Hello again. It's been a little bit. Um, I don't know, trying to figure it out. Recording every day. Honestly, doing any kind of routine just seems to not really work with me, which I know is the exact opposite of what most people need to do. But the more I lean into not having a routine and letting myself be okay with it, the better I feel. And so I am just going to continue doing that. That still does leave me in a bit of a predicament in terms of what the fuck am I doing with my life? But um, I know I'm not the only one that's in that position right now. So anyhow, today's June 1st, which means we are coming back to my lovely monthly monthly ritual that I do. I have added one new item, which I will share here in a little bit. If you're watching this, um, I hope you're doing well. Feel free to say hello if you would like. Um, I honestly don't know who I'm creating this for right now, aside from the obvious myself. And, just trying to put myself out there and do the things. So, anyhow, hope all is well. I haven't really felt like talking a lot, just in general, which has been kind of a pattern for a while, at least 6 months. However, I feel like I've been more quiet than normal these last couple of months, and I'm not really quite sure why, but again, I'm just letting it be and releasing the pressure from myself to do things the way that I think they're supposed to be done, the way that other people might do them, because I have never been the person to do what other people do. And when I try to do what other people do, it does not work for me. Um, so, uh, a good lesson to have learned at 38, I think, though I'm still working on applying it. This is my new one. It is Blessed by the Goddess. Um, I went into my little local mystical store and maybe a month ago, and this one just kind of spoke to me. So we will see which goddess is going to speak to me today, and maybe to you as well. And I'll light my candle. So I am finishing out. I know you don't like that noise. Sorry, Bagel. Oh, there we go. My theme for the last quarter has been problem solving, which I feel like has been helpful. I don't know what my theme is going to be yet, but I've got a month to figure it out, make it to my little store and see what speaks to me then. Um, but yeah, I guess we're going to get started. So up first is the birds. As you may remember, I cannot shuffle to save my life, so bear with me. I will chit chat with you while I'm mixing these at a level I feel is appropriate for myself. And then we will see what bird wants to come. I think it actually might be this one on top. That's what I'm going to go with. Kind of stuck out there. All right. So our bird is drawn. Up next, we have got the animal cards. And for these, I pick 7. There's a little spread that I do that isn't a bad shuffle, not that you can see it. Um, there's a specific arrangement that is in the book that I have done each month so far this year, and I have really enjoyed it. I might go back and kind of look. I have everything documented in my little planner here. where I'm keeping miscellaneous things like this. I might go back and look and see what has been recurring over the course of the last 5 months, because I think that might be interesting. I do have my first card here. It just fell at the bottom. It did not get captured with what I was doing. So that is number one. I'm not going to worry about reading what they mean right now. I will go back to that and do that once I'm reading. We'll do the bottom one again. Last week, my dad came down to visit me from Kansas, and we had a really good visit. We, in the time span of less than 24 hours, finished more projects than I had hoped to finish the entire time that he was here. So we ended up doing a whole bunch more, and my house is clean. There's been, I mean, literally projects that have needed to be done for over a year that finally got done. So very grateful to see my dad, spend some time with him. This week, I have got a friend coming into town that I'm going to hang out with, and then going to the in-laws this weekend to celebrate my brother-in-law's birthday. That was a terrible shuffle. What else is going on? I feel like life is a little boring right now. Boring isn't bad. It just feels quiet. The group that I was participating in, I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, Earth Medicine Mind for entrepreneurs, if you will, in the spiritual space, wrapped last month. It was really good. I had a really good time. It was something different than I've ever done before. Um, I learned a lot, and got to be with a bunch of really cool women and one guy, um, and just kind of share a container with them over the course of 3 months. Um, Gave me a lot of clarity in terms of what I want to see, just with myself, and who I am as a person, not necessarily. I mean, the purpose of the container was, growth for, for the business. But given that I haven't figured that out yet, it's a little hard to grow something that doesn't exist. And so I figured the best thing I can possibly do is apply that to myself. So that's what we're doing. We are being patient and trusting that the right thing will happen. I don't want to invest a bunch of time in something that isn't right. I've done that my entire career. So, all right. I have got my 7 animals, and it is now time for the Awake Inner Wisdom card. Here we go. Shh. Hush, Bagel. I know, baby. I'm running out of space. And last, we have got the traditional tarot deck, where I do 3 pulls, 1 card for the past, 1 for the present, and 1 for the future. Shuffling is getting better, which is nice considering I'm not doing anything to try to improve it. One thing that has been a little bit different, I feel like my fibromyalgia has decreased a little bit, like the pain has decreased over the last month since I've been leaning into uh, just, I don't want to say relaxing, but since I've shifted the focus away from, have to do something, have to figure something out to we're just going to see what happens. Um, that pain has subsided a little bit, which I do think helps with the shuffling, especially considering, oh, okay, that one wants to come out. Especially considering the fact that it's mostly in my hands and arms. All right, present moment. What do we have? It's weird to feel like I don't have a lot to say. Normally I have so much to say. Right. And last but not least, our future card. That wraps up our tarot pull. And we will end with the new one, the Goddess. These you can't really shuffle very well, so I'm just gonna kind of, there we go. Okay. Okay. I guess I need one new color since I added something to my set. We'll do a nice periwinkle. All right, here we go. The cockatoo. Cockatoos are cool. Birds are cool. All right, I have definitely gotten the cockatoo before. Here we go. Superpowers for the cockatoo. Vocalizing personal truths, cutting unhealthy emotional ties, respect, family, navigating tough terrain with grace and ease, playfulness, inquisitiveness, and fancy footwork. Wisdom from the cockatoo. Life is full of puzzles. Natural curiosity and adaptability will help with figuring out any missing pieces, which I believe. When cockatoo appears, embrace what makes you unique. Know that things are taking shape for you right now. And finally, cockatoo would like me to know your ability to stand out in a crowd and rally those around you is a great strength. And if you feel this doesn't resonate, take a deeper look at times you've shown leadership and give yourself recognition for skills you may be overlooking. Okay. Thank you, cockatoo. Good words from the birds. All right. Moving on to our animals. So this is the 7-card reading. The first card represents survival, money, tangible assets, and work. Here we go. The coyote. I do not think I have gotten a coyote before. Pretty positive. But he's very pretty. Okay. Trust in divine detours. Do you find that you are being led on a strange detour in your life right now? Coyote Spirit's trickster energy is designed to bring you situations that will teach you lessons you have forgotten to learn. Perhaps you need a taste of failure before you experience success, a need to feel disappointment before you can truly appreciate the joy, love, and prosperity that is coming up for you. Coyote Spirit reminds you to laugh about the unexpected twists, to develop humility and gratitude while releasing your attachments to the form of your desires. Even when you suddenly find yourself on a detour, remember that Spirit has a plan and wants the best for you. Trust in divine order now. Coyote Spirit is a divine helper. No matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. Okay. I hope I don't have any more unexpected turns and twists in life. Um, so last month, one of the things, little detour here, one of the things that kind of had me off, if you will, I had to have my implants replaced for a fourth time. I was at work one night and just happened to notice in the mirror at the bathroom at work that I was a little lopsided and instantly was like, no. And I was so upset. I couldn't eat that night. I just, yeah. So called the doctor's office the next day and got in the next week. And sure enough, I did it to myself. So I've had a lot of nerve pain over the course of the last 6 years, just phantom nerve pain. And to help that, wearing a bra helped. But since like January, I hadn't had any nerve pain. And so I stopped wearing a bra. Well, as it goes with many things, I can't do normal things. And so basically not wearing a bra for several months caused one of the implants to fall. So had to have that done at the beginning of the month, which was a super bummer. That was definitely not something that I had on my dance card for this year, nor did I have it twice on my dance card for the 2024 year as well, which was just a giant clusterfuck. But anyhow, I know there's going to be a bill coming that's like $2,500 and at least. And I just, yeah, money is tight right now. And if we could stop getting those unexpected twists, that would be great. I would like that. All right. Realized I forgot one of my little crystals. Okay. Second one, intimate relationships, family dynamics, friendships, and your tribe. We have got upside down turtle, pretty little turtle. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race. Pushing too hard or rushing to leave others in the dust is not the way of turtle spirit, even if it seems at times it is the way of the world. Turtle spirit wants you to remember that you are a human being, not a human doing. In the protection position, turtle spirit is giving you the message that the best thing to do right now is to let go of the drive to compete or control and do more. Instead, simply be. As an Old Norse saying goes, we do without doing and everything gets done. Spirit conspires on your behalf, so slow to a crawl or even stop, releasing any fear that life is a race that you might be losing. Trust that peace, prosperity, love, and purpose are all yours to enjoy right now. Do not do, simply be. Okay. Thank you, Turtle. Number 3 is your personal power, self-worth, and how you show up in the world. Don't think I've gotten this one before. We have got the elephant. Let's see what the elephant has to say. Learn from the past. Although we often wish we could leave the past behind, elephant spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions they have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today, and we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant spirit appears with a message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. I feel like there's a word missing there. Elephant spirit appears with a message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. Okay. All of us are memory-based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we are and where we are going. The stories of events you experienced, the stories of our collective memory, and the stories of relationships you have had can be told many ways. What story will you tell? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity, for you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from your past. Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and grow. I feel like that one so far is probably the most relevant with kind of where my head has been at recently. I have such a temptation to just forget, not forget, but like move on from 2022 to 2025 and not acknowledge them in who I'm becoming, because there was a lot of hurt that I experienced, and yeah, there's a lot of shame that is involved. Um, a lot of just regret and wishing that things would have gone differently, but also knowing in the moment here and now that things are going the direction that they're supposed to go in. Um, so learning to trust that. This was a good reminder to not forget that and to still find ways to incorporate that into my story that I'm sharing. All right, number 4. Deeper connections to life, healing past patterns, and support for overall well-being and happiness. We have the dragonfly, which I'm wearing my dragonfly bracelet right now. Very pleased with that one. I feel like this might connect with what we just read about the elephant as well. Let's see. Truth transcends illusion. Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, Dragonfly Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere. In the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone, for a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. Alighting when you are preoccupied, Dragonfly Spirit offers this message. You exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits who share their wisdom, and you are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experiences it craves. Yeah. All right. Number 5. We'll see if this is connected too. Communication, being heard, owning your voice, and how you say who you are to others. The upside down Sag Spirit. All right. Others may not be as far along as you are on your journey. When Stag Spirit appears in the protection position, you are called to be compassionate and patient as you find yourself leading the way. When others struggle to follow you, they may be unsure that you can be trusted, challenging you to be kind and strong, challenging your value and questioning your worth. Know that Spirit has put you in this place at this time for a purpose and will not abandon you when you need help with your new responsibilities. Or perhaps you are actually uncomfortable leading, maybe temporarily trapped by your small self, and are therefore promoting yourself too strongly, afraid that others might see weakness or imperfection of you in you. Let go of your fears and let Stag Spirit remind you that you have what it takes to lead wisely and ethically if you practice self-honesty and listen to others who wish to support you. Also very good. Feel like that definitely connects with the last two. All right, number 6, imagination, vision, and creativity. We have got the upside down chameleon. I don't know if I said it. This is imagination, vision, and creativity. I did say it. Being sensitive and having empathy for others can become a heavy burden if you don't practice self-care. Isn't that the truth? Could it be you're feeling stressed because you've tuned in to challenging emotions that aren't even yours? Chameleon spirit does not want you to adapt to these conditions by withdrawing or distracting yourself, hoping the feelings will just go away, or attempting to rescue another who may be having a pity party. You can be swallowed up trying to manage it all. It is time to figure out where you end and the rest of the world begins. Not all conditions are yours to match. You need to distinguish your own color from the rest of the world right now and take time out to soothe your sensitive soul. Choose some activities that will restore your sense of being grounded and avoid people who revel in drama. Take a break from social media too. Self-care and a timeout is the answer to this temporary dilemma. Definitely a good message there. I really like it's time to figure out where you end and the rest of the world begins. I've always had a hard time with that, thinking that the way that I show up is, how other people feel and experience the world as well. And boy, have I realized that is not accurate. All right, last for our animals, intuition, spirituality, and relationship to a higher power. This is the upside down fox. All right. Are you camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy? Perhaps you are being too clever for your own good and playing games to protect yourself. Being distant with yourself or others can become isolating and create obstacles to true connection. Fox Spirit calls you to be attuned to what is happening within you and around you so that your quick thinking and creativity can lead you to better relationships and situations. You are called to use your Fox Spirit beneficially rather than in ways that keep you from experiencing what you want. Or perhaps right now you are realizing that a situation is trickier than it appears on the surface and you are afraid to make a move in case it turns out to be a mistake. Story of the last year of my life, roughly. Fox Spirit is here to remind you that when you are in alignment with the Great Spirit, the answers and solutions can come quickly and you can trust them. Don't overthink a situation in order to avoid the challenge of facing a difficult truth. Fox Spirit's creative nature will always be there to guide you and help you move quickly into better circumstances. All right. Good words from the animals. Our Awake Inner Wisdom card is Begin Anew. And let's see what page you're on. 32. All right. Beyond time, rebirth, rise again, begin anew, from the depths, transmute. Combust, to consume with fire. Internal alchemy is the transmuting of physical, emotional, and mental constructs from your innermost depths. Dare to go deep within to bring fire to the parts that need to shift. This practice is quite beneficial when you feel stale or stagnant and is accessible within you at any moment through movement and mental practices. It is important to let aspects of ourselves, like worn out behavioral patterns, fear-based conclusions, and genetic coding, die so newness may come into our awareness. This process allows for greater growth, freedom, and realization of truth and love consciousness. If you shift your perspective, you can see every process as a gift. The density of pain is transformed into ashes, and your spirit soars on the breeze to meet your soul in sacred union. Like that. All right. Up next, our tarot deck. So this is our past card. So I just turned it over and well, it's the same card on both sides. Why do I have this in there, you might ask? When I got this card deck, there was this card on both the top and the bottom, presumably just to mark, the beginning and the end. And I decided to keep both of them in there because I thought it might just represent, if it comes out this way, it means I have everything I need in the moment. So I'm going to take this as my sign that I don't need to think about my past any more than I already have, as we've been talking about the animals. And we're going to go on to present. The Chariot. All right. The Chariot is a card of willpower, determination, and strength. You have discovered how to make decisions in alignment with your values with the Lover's card, and now you are taking action on those decisions. When the Chariot appears in a tarot reading, take it as a sign of encouragement. You have set your objectives and are now channeling your inner power with a fierce dedication to bring them to fruition. When you apply discipline, commitment, and willpower to achieve your goals, you will succeed. Okay, I'll take that. I have started revisiting some things that I have traditionally done in the past when I've been trying to kind of pull a lot of thoughts together. I've got my giant post-it notes up on the walls again, up towards the front of my house. And yeah, I don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet, but I am definitely feeling that that's the direction that I need to move in for this season, whatever this season is, however long it is. All right, and the future. We have got the upside down magician, very pretty card. All right. When the Magician Tarot card is reversed in a reading, its great power is definitely something to be wary of. As the magician is a master of illusion, you should be aware of his tricks and traps that are designed to confuse and manipulate you. That's why the card may warn you about someone who pretends to have your best interests, but behind that, there may be intention to manipulate for selfish gain. Interesting. Okay. I don't know how future that is, but that sounds a little uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Makes me a little apprehensive. Okay, and last, our goddess card, Aquaba. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The next cycle within your life is now blessed by this African goddess of welcome. She beckons you toward destiny's door, so take the next step and gratefully accept the opportunity that will lead to your greatest becoming. I will take it. All right. Well, this has been fun. Um, I I don't know what my plans are for, this YouTube channel or videos or really anything beyond uh rough plans that I have for the next month. Um, I know that I'm still in a time of growth and change, and I am respecting that and acknowledging that. Um, yeah, I'm sure I'll have updates at some point. Until then, take care and we'll talk soon. Bye.